Yes.
Sometimes you don't know what to expect. You're excited to go back, and sometimes you have that, I don't know what it's going to be like. So when I saw this, I'm like, and you're like going down and I'm like, this is kind of weird because he really doesn't know what to expect.
Yeah. I think he had such nostalgic ideas of home, and I think anybody who's moved away from where they're from understands that like you can never really go back to the idea of home that you had, and so it was hard for, I think, a lot has changed in the village.
Talk about filming this. This didn't seem like it was that easy. It seemed like it was really challenging.
It was crazy. We spent a lot of time, if you've seen the film, a lot of time on boats. And so I am so impressed with my cinematographer, Vincent Gonville, because like we're on these traditionally carved boats going down rapids, and he's keeping a steady hand. Like it's really a feat, and it's logistically really challenging. We were very remote. There was no electricity, no running water. Sometimes we were on the boats for days, hunting and fishing. We'd eat whatever people could hunt and fish, and then we'd make shelters just out of sticks, basically, and stayed that way. We wanted to really be with the people, so we didn't have our own equipment. We didn't have our own tents or anything like that. So, like, our small camera crew really had to learn to be semi-nomadic.
The interesting thing that I found about this was once you came onto land, I'm like, okay, where are they going to plug their equipment into? That's the first thing I thought of, because that's the first thing I think.
Yeah.
What did you do?
We brought a little generator. Yeah.
How long did that last for? Because the power goes pretty quick.
It does. So we had to, they don't have a lot of cars, so whenever they do go out, we pay somebody to buy gasoline for us, because it goes really fast, and we had to be we bought really large batteries for this trip. And this is my first film. I went there, before I had a production company support, before the National Film Board supported the film, before a lot of the things. So it was just like, three of us, the sound person, myself, and the camera person, going to a country where we didn't know much about it. With like, it's my first film. It was really an adventure.
So wait a minute. You pick your first film to go and shoot it on the water.
Yes.
This is a place that you've never been to, that you guys will be visiting.
Yes. I mean, maybe it's the naivety. Maybe it was like, maybe this film wouldn't have happened later on, but I'm glad I made it. Maybe it's like foolhardiness, I guess.
Talk about how many days did it take?
A lot of shooting days. I don't think, I've worked on this film for 5 years now, and I've been to Borneo over 4 times, each time for about a month. So I think we have, like 100 shooting days. A long time.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want the audience to get out of seeing this film?
That's a great question. I want the audience to really understand the community and feel like they... I guess it's just like you hear a lot about these big words like deforestation, about disappearing cultures, about all these big topics, modernization, but I wanted to give a really personal view of that, what it's like for a village to undergo that, and I chose using the personal story of Mutang and his family to enter those larger topics.
What did you discover as someone who's kind of eavesdropping on the culture and the family? What was most intriguing to you?
For me, a lot of things were intriguing. Personally, like I chose Noelle, the little girl, as the narrator because I remember the first time I went back to Vietnam with my family, and I was 14 years old, the same age as her, like meeting this family I've never met before, meeting this world that expands her view. So I think that there's that freshness in the film, but also, Mutang, he realizes that he can't really do it all. He can't really, as one person who's now kind of from the outside, he can't save his culture, so to speak, but it requires all the young people, it requires the whole community to, either sink or swim, which is what the film is named after.
How hard was it to get financing for this? Because not only you're raising money as a filmmaker, first-time filmmaker,
Yeah.
Let's throw in the woman aspect of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're going into another country, from another country.
Exactly. Actually, to be honest, I was a little bit lucky making this film. I partnered with a great producer, an experienced producer, Katerina Sukup. But at the beginning, I was just doing it by myself, and I have the Canadian government to thank for giving me a couple of grants, some small artist grants, just to get me started. And then afterwards, we had other funders jump on board, like the Canadian Broadcaster Super Channel and the Bell Media Fund and the National Film Board. So for my first film, I was surprised. I don't think it's usual for funding to come together so smoothly. Yeah. I feel very lucky, and I think that there's a good support in Canada for documentaries. Oh, yes. So you can follow the film A Time to Swim at www.atimetoswim.com or find us on Facebook. And for me personally, my Twitter is at Duong, Duong, Ashley, Ashley. And you can find me on Facebook and all the other media, social media. Thanks.
So what do you hope everybody gets out of seeing this film again?
Okay, can I repeat that? You're right.
What do you hope everyone in the audience gets out of seeing this film?
I hope that they understand that modernization and deforestation has crazy... can I start again? Because it's such an important question, you know? Well, I hope that the audience gets to understand Long Napier and the struggles of the Kelabit and see that things like deforestation and modernization can have tremendous impacts on the fabrics of a community.
And social media contacts one more time. I could never repeat it enough.
Yes. Please follow us on Facebook at A Time to Swim Film Doc. Yeah. And my Twitter is at Duong, Duong, Ashley, Ashley.